Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. This station rules the nation. Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Okay, folks. It's great to be back this morning on the TBS on Truth 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show, cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breath of the Republic of Liberia. Tuesday morning, sometime on Tuesday become a holiday. The one will happen on October 10th. When we go to the ballot box, will be on a Tuesday. That's what I say. Sometime on Tuesday become a holiday. Today is a regular Tuesday, but we'd like to still welcome this morning. As you're driving your way to town, the roads are all white. Drive with care. The love of liberty matters here. Let this be done to all, not some of all of us. Good morning, Nima. Good morning, Lofa. Good morning, Mangibby. Great Kidman County. Good morning. Bommy Bomb, Bapolo. Sign of Maryland, Lofa. Grand Bassa. Grand Jita, River G. Process. Bombing. Bomb County, Masalala. The folks down like to say good morning. And this one coming in from Bobby Addison. What Bobby say here again? Bobby Blue Addison. He says to be a friend. This one is not for the politicians. Most politicians break away. This is not for the politicians. To be a friend is to be poor indeed. To be without a friend is to be poor indeed. Yeah, man. Learn to hold a true friend. Yeah, man. Can this work in politics? Learn to hold a true friend with both hands, as is in the case of Oniu and Marka. Friends of our friends. Our friends. This is the TBS. Good morning to all of our leaders. 21 days to elections. And Big Brother said, Abraham Shaw. He said, I like when you count to the days to elections. Good morning, my name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts, Marka Davis. In 21 days, everyone goes to the ballot box to vote the president, vote the representative, to vote for the senator in the midst of our country. Good morning to you, Marka. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, O'Neill, and good morning to all of our followers this morning. It's great we are here again to serve our Liberian people breakfast. Yes, a lot of things, and we expected this, that as we move to the D-Day, which is October 10.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things will happen along the way. There will be criticism, some unnecessary, some necessary, until we move on. So, and I think, like we said before, the politicians will have to wear the thick skin, like we say.
Okay.
Yes, because you have to be tolerant, because this is competition. You're for something that someone is also going for. So everybody want to get someone off the way to get to the seat. So, however, that we've always want our politicians and their supporters who can do all this in good faith, and not hurting each other personally. Exchange of ideas, who is selling the best ideas, and that's exactly what the Liberian people will go for. We do not encourage our people who are participating in these elections to be violent. So yes, I think we've achieved a lot with this message of peace from the beginning of the electoral processes. Yes,
Great message.
Yes, we are proud to say to the Liberian people, especially this morning, that we want to congratulate you, firstly, from some of the major political campaign launch we've seen over the last couple of weeks. We saw the ARCOP launch, we saw the CDC launch, we saw the ANC launch in Margibi, we saw the United Party launch recently, and there were not reports of people carrying out violence. And I think that is a plus for us, the Liberian people. We want to maintain this level of civility in our politics until election day. All we have to know is that after these elections, we will be neighbors again. After these elections, we'll be Liberians again. After this election, we'll still meet at the same spot we used to meet, sit and talk about family issues, talk about our country and all of that. This is just an event in the voice of Reverend Sarah Yanti. This is an event. It will pass, and Liberians will always be Liberians, and Liberia will always be here for all of us.
Yes, ballot, not bullet.
Exactly.
Yes. Express your frustration at the ballot box, please. And so, Marka, before you do your lineup, permit me to play this song at least for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Those of you listening up to the True Breakfast Show, this song is for Liberia. The TBS team is not telling you who to vote for. And this is you see all the artists then crossing carpet.
But even though my house, I don't know who enough would and I don't
I don't know. Yeah. So your vote is your personal right.
So it's just she believes in what she believes and what's good for the country. So she will make her decision. So I'm not here to tell her, no.
Who to vote for?
We move.
The vote is your choice. So some of you listen to us every morning. I just want to play this song for you to listen that the TBS is not telling you who to vote for, but it's up to you. If you think that George Weah deserves another 6 years, it's up to you. If you feel that it is not better than the Communists wants to fix the system, it's up to you to vote for Communists. If you feel that Ambassador Joseph Boyka, JMB, is the rightful person, like I said, we move, we agree.
We agree.
It's up to you to vote for Boyka, right? If Telon Gongolo, the poor man lawyer in the Western world, put on local money, you think that Telon is the rightful person, it's up to you. That's it's up to you. Shekuyate, it's up to you.
Maybe we need another female president.
President, the Sarah Beslo Yanti.
Sarah Beslo
Yanti.
Is the decision.
It's
up
to you.
Of the Liberian people.
Just listen to this song per minute, at least for 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay.
This is.
Think of your Hamas in this one.
Yeah, I don't want to chasing the music.
Yeah,
I will go technical.
So you got to recalibrate.
Yeah. This is Liberia Afro Pop International artist Sam Achipon. This is very good music. Liberians, the Amos Soil tune. Liberians, get yourself involved. Be other people this army. Now the before when you get gone, they get you money. And the only country you do it. You get gone, they get you money. We'll pass that. Sure. So your vote is up to you. Let's play this song. Then I'll do the lineup this morning. Just listen at least for just a minute, please.
This message comes to you from the National Elections Commission. Let your vote make a difference. Every vote counts. Vote wisely. Vote Liberia. It's up to you. When the votes are counted and the process done, everyone will have spoken, even the silent ones. There would be prosperity. There would be continuity. We will have solidarity. All of us in unity. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you, my good friend. It's up to you. When you talk Liberia, it's up to you. Liberia has one. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you, Liberia. It's up to you. When we come together, it's up to you. Liberia has one. It's up to you. We shot the world back in 2005 when it just makes so much sense. Don't matter what things as long as they are listening.
So it's okay, right?
Yes,
It's a nice song.
good
It's a
piece.
very nice song.
It's a good
It's
piece.
up to you. Yeah, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
It's
So
up to you.
like we've been
Yeah.
saying, this is the decision of the Liberian people, so you have to make that decision.
It's up to you.
And
It's up to you.
It's up to all of us as Liberians to ensure that we can make the decision we want to make. It's great that we talk about these things. Sam has been contributing to Liberia immensely through the music industry, and most of his songs have message of national unity. And so yes, we want to appreciate him for his contribution to our country as well. Yes.
Let's see what have our lineup. Yes, after telling it's up to you. Let's see what got this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So this morning on the Truth Breakfast show today is the 19th of September 2023. We have 1 day to elections. 21 days. Yes, and good morning to Mr. Liability, the DJ here, and also Canada in District 4, Monserrate County, and also my brother from Nimba. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we doing the
Canada.
slow.
Then
They
will go say how can be beat that. They will let me hear, man.
They not your business. Why you have an election?
They became law because nobody went to
the ballot to go stand. Yes, I go we get.
I go say I get the report. Yeah, I had the report became lawmaker. So
yeah, folks. In our studio chat this morning, we look at the ATS challenge. It's become the center of the campaign. The ATS challenge. the ATS challenge. Antoinette Tubman Stadium has become the center of the campaign.
Correct.
Who is getting the stadium full
Correct.
capacity? That is the ATS challenge.
Correct.
Coming up, we'll talk about the ATS challenge in our studio chat this morning. And at 8:20 to 9:15 this morning, we have a female candidate from District number 10, Monserrate County, Honorable Charisma Pelham Red. Is it red or red?
Yes, red.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So she will sit with us this morning as our
This is the rescue daughter. Put it out there.
Oh yeah, the
rescue daughter.
And one of the rescue yellow machine.
Yes.
Yes.
Rescue. Let the daughter there.
Okay,
yeah.
No, but I've been following her.
She put machine
of
there.
course.
Okay.
Don't be scared for her.
No, that daughter no.
Don't be scared for me. I'm talking.
Okay.
One of the rescue yellow machine.
That district I know you get a what?
You get?
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
My rescue friend. But
yeah, so the rescue daughter will be with us this morning.
Charisma.
A brilliant young Liberian woman, and we like sincerely we love to promote women in politics because we want to have equal space in our leadership in the country. So yes, we'll be proud to give her an interactive this morning on the TBS. Charisma will be our guest here this morning. 9:15 will bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials here as usual. 9:20 to 10 this morning, the campaign chair of senatorial candidate Clarice Jar. Yeah, Clarice Jar from Margibi. Reverend Melvin Lake. He's one of our regular followers and callers on the show this morning. He will be here for the first time, and this will be my first time to
interact with him.
Yes, to interact with him, to see him in person.
They will go to say the man have a mesmerizing voice.
Yes.
Yeah, but they will have a good radio.
And Reverend, this come here this morning, you're not coming pray because when you pray, the prayer will not be correct.
No, the prayer shouldn't be my giving prayer.
No, if I Reverend will not pray, I will protest. Yeah,
no, but Reverend prayer been better than David Kuti.
Reverend will not pray this morning. Reverend is not in a capacity as Reverend Lake. Yeah, Reverend is coming this morning to talk about what Madam Clarice Jar, who is also a former senator of that county, can deliver. She want to make a comeback, and Reverend Lake is one who's pushing her comeback to the legislature. So he will be our guest on the last segment this morning on the TBS here on Truth 96.1 FM.
Damn.
In the midst of all
Country
Liberia first.
Before we start, I want David Quote to pray for us.
Again?
Yeah, let David pray for us. Yes.
One day, Mr. Cody will be praying. They will like the fans get on all there.
No, I love the main intro of the prayer. My father, my father.
My father.
My father, my father.
But the prayer can be forced. Anyway, that kind of prayer that you can make God. You know,
Speaker Chimba say you don't love to
listen to the prayer.
I can't say you don't love David Quote prayer. Yeah. 3 persons have said it to me. They don't love the David Quote prayer. They wouldn't make it started. My father.
Don't worry. You leave David prayer with him, God. I want judgment day too, and I will decide.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome to the TBS again. We'd like to say thank you so much. Let's say no to violence. As we started up this morning, let's say no to violence. We just play a beautiful song for you. Listen to the song. It's up to you.
Up to you. Yes.
Going out those days where people would just sit behind the microphone and inside the public and tell her, yeah, this person is the best choice or so. We'll get to that part, but for now, it is your choice to vote your conscience. All right? If you think that George have done well, let's talk so. If this government have performed in some sectors, and you feel that last night CDC had Tari.
Oh, really?
Oh, man, I didn't sleep, man. I was enjoying it.
Tari?
Music called Tari. Sit down there.
The gospel artist or Sackler?
Everybody miss up. It started for in the afternoon.
But the post here about it,
but you think to get taste power and leave power, that's one thing.
You know what I mean?
After the first one, you know the party. Why you think? You know taste power to leave it?
You know what it means when you are coming, everybody leaving the road?
Everybody leaving. We get that serene. Whoa!
Yes.
You have to back off the road.
And let me tell you, power and money are not the same.
Okay.
Power and money are not the same. Look, if you are in power, you can accumulate whatever wealth you want to accumulate. When power leaves you, it's a different reaction. It's a different reaction.
Reactionary tendency.
If you think I'm lying, ask somebody from a law.
Reactionary tendency. If Tari that was
on last night, lying, ask somebody from a law because.
Anyway,
no man.
They Tari last night.
They didn't time money have value, but our salary was not more than $3,000. I'm not sure it was more than $3,000.
The election, 1,000. But time value of money.
Yes,
the money was value at that time. But this election, I'm still looking for the message. Like, look, good morning to all of the silent voters. Y'all be chasing after the message. The thing the politicians saying. Everybody will put up this crowd. Before we get to the ATL challenge, last night the CDC had a Tari last night. Musical Tari, non-stop Tari on the heavy pool down the ring. Say United Party dancing that ring and be there. We outside the ring will be or two. Look, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it day by day. But at the end, go and vote. That's
why,
what I would say.
Why do you call it Tari? Because
musical Tari. Yes.
Because
Tari, for the first time voters.
Tari comes from the Bible. It means spending silent time with God.
Tari all night.
I mean Tari.
Tari all
spending
night.
Silent time as son of a late Baptist Digon.
Yeah, but I'm Bishop's son too. Now,
you saw silent time.
I saw one pastor
when it comes to asking about the meaning of Tari.
The Tari.
Tari in my interpretation means spending silent time, prayer time, quiet time with God.
But if they're more than that.
But the way you playing boo, what kind of Tari is that?
I saw one Tari team talking about pastor. The main team was this nonsense must stop. Now the main team. This nonsense must stop. Now the pastor team there, I said correct. So CDC had a Tari all night last night. I mean, with the first time voters. Okay. They had musical artists.
I think the first time voters is becoming a block that the CDC is voting on.
Yeah. Now one of the CDC strength there. UP. TPP. Let me tell you, one of the CDC major strength is the first time voters. These are the people who wake up as early as 6:30 a.m. and go and stand in the queue.
Always been telling them about the Wi-Fi payment.
All in there. All there. But we'll balance the thing at the morning. Eh?
Even though the graduation fees are 200, 175, 180, 190.
All is that. So the Tari, because you see, in 2017, the ALP and then Bernard Euro was this contesting. What made the ALP popular in 2017 was the same musicians. Okay. He brought a lot of musicians around him because all these people have followers.
So they're still meeting the headquarters on the old road?
Yeah, the ALP, yeah. Okay. So sometimes Jojo could let it like it, sometimes open it. When they get meeting open for the whole day. But let's move on. But on a very serious note, musicals, these people have followers, right? But now you see some of the musicians now, the fans start because once you take side in there, what happened? When the musician I love in the whole country, that's Sonic guy. Sonic cannot get no specific party. The man can get everybody.
He calling going outside and
He
saying,
was coming soon.
all the men know the museum will be fun.
The man sang song for Musa Belete, Waka, Yombly,
and Charlie Bronski.
Charlie Bronski, Joe Weir. What kind of man is Sonic guy?
They call it the Bronski on both say you. Both say you.
Both for you.
Both say you.
Both for you.
Yeah.
That's I should say state wow.
No,
Both for you.
Yeah, both say you.
Damn it. Sonic guy loyalty nowhere. He cut across everywhere.
I think it means the of the soil, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They make the Musa on 3 different versions. I say correct. Damn it. But what I'm saying it's getting interesting day by day as they build up. The campaign is closing up on the 8th of October. Yeah, Sonic guy had to say Councilor Tewan Gongolo. Yeah, I think so. But what I'm saying, good morning again to the silent voters. As the campaign going on, you people don't identify, but you look for the key message. Tomorrow, you shouldn't hold us and say, well, the person we voted for, I mean, is not doing nothing for the country.
And for information, as of 2024, we will not take call on the radio and hear somebody say we call for Ebana district. It will never. As soon as you say
Ebana district,
the ASA will not finish. We'll take you off. Because this is the time to make the decision.
Yes. Look for the message. The crowd, and look, I'm saying everybody will pull up the crowd. CDC Tyrant last night was all about music. But the music gave them vote, I say some way, somehow, yes. Because why? The first time voters, entertainment, you can't take it away. Bobby Wine in Uganda, a musician, challenged the presidency. Oh. The man is an entertainer. So the man hit music is part of it. So, but what I'm saying, I'm speaking to the silent voter this morning. People have huge numbers. You don't identify when Tewan call gathering, you don't go. When Marka call gathering, you don't go. Comments, George Weir and things, your people don't go. But you listen out for the message. What are the visions for a better Liberia? We play your song. It's up to you to vote who you want to vote for. Now, let's move on to the ATS challenge. The ATS challenge, the Antonin Tubman Stadium challenge. Next to the Simon Karen Dos Post Stadium, this is the only stadium that we can boast of. The ATS. More than if an international game on CAF or FIFA is playing, you can take more than 21 to 22,000 fans in the stadium. So now political parties are dancing, well, let's test one another's strength. Let's call our supporters to turn out and see our numerical strength. And the CDC did theirs on the 7th of September. And actually, the stadium was filled. Unity Party on the 17th of September. On the heavy pool down of rain, a colleague of mine called me and said, well, White Car Rider will not be successful. I said, what do you mean? I'm looking at the weather forecast. I said, when last you started zero weather forecast? The last time I saw the weather forecast, I was in Amsterdam that time. He gave me weather forecast. But man, that thing was slapped that man said no, it will rain. But to prove the benefit of the doubt, the loyalty went on for Joseph Boyka and team. We should say be fair enough on this platform. The people came out. ATL was locked down. Then another major opposition political party, Alexander Benedict, the CPP, through its chairman, Musa Hassan Belate, wrote yesterday, yes, we have accepted the ATS, now I'm going to the ATS, the Antonin Tubman Stadium Challenge, the ATS Challenge.
We are coming out on the 6th.
We are coming out on October 6th. This is how, Tell you should text me on the time. October 6th, CPP closing at ATS, right? October 7th,
CDC?
No, Unity Party, I'm hearing they should be going on the Bannersville field there. October 8th, 7 days after George Weir Day, he said goodbye to the campaign. Then I went NEC will put all of the banners, the billboard, everything will be put in down before election day, as per NEC laws. Before October 10th, all of the billboards, the flyer, even some of them and myself be helping them to post on that. Put everything down before election day. Then I say, it's something the guy in English critical thinking. Why is there people all of their attention are just moving out to the ATS? Down, look at front page Africa. Like I want to sling the front page quickly. Look at front page carry something on that called the crowd challenge.
Okay.
Now, this have formed part of the strategies in our elections. You would have put up more crowd. You are telling your followers, you are telling the country, yes, we stand a better chance to win the elections. Yeah, front page. Look at front page Africa. The crowd challenge. But these supporters, we hope you turn them into voters. The people who are coming out, please turn them into votes. So when we start to announce elections results, you will not be surprised. You will not be shocked. As some of this era that you said, well, this is my stronghold and team, when you see the results coming up now, you'll be shocked. Yeah, from here. Who's winning while? The crowding game.
The crowding game.
The crowding game. So, 3 political parties, the CDC, done of the ATS, the United Party also done now is the CPP. I want to say anything about that kind of campaign. He's doing the dope thing. Yeah, he's not going to waste his time with that anyway. So, well, what are we saying? In short, you coming out, some of you don't have voting cards. It is true. Some of you don't. Some of you you don't have voting card. You lost them. We have almost 50 in our possession. Please come to Truth FM. All right. Ask the security. We have more than 50 voting cards here. Come and take them. Like we saw another guy trending on the social media. Yeah, man. From Marka Kali Rudolph. One day the main CDC t-shirt, the next day in the United Party t-shirt. But what I was saying, at the end of the day, the person who it is the responsibility of the Elections Commission to give us that result. Now of the statement, let's go to the statement before you come in. Your news ran. Everybody interested in what Ambassador Marka said on the 17th. Rescue daughter in the building already.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. We'll come to you.
Take it easy.
Yes. The statement from Senator Prince Johnson and that of Ambassador Marka, if this election be tampered with, I mean, this is something that we should also listen to keenly. My people, this fragile peace that we are enjoying, we sit behind this microphone to promote any political parties. Those of you who've been following us, we can move anywhere free with nobody pointing fingers behind us. We're not 100%. But we're trying to maintain, let's go to the ballot box. And I strongly believe Deviator in the Board of Commissioners neck, the result, the vote of the Liberian people will be given out. Nobody will tamper with these votes. Because if anything goes wrong, we have problems everywhere in the world. We always sit right here and suffer it. That's why you see most time we take our time promoting NEC, because opposition will not say they trust the Election Commission. Then the media, we ourselves will join. You know what happened? So at the end of the day, net results, the decision of people should be respected. But for now, no to violence.
Yes, exactly. No to violence. Yesterday I was part of the press conference anyway. Yeah, I was part of that press conference. And I'm seeing different headlines, different captions everywhere. However, that's it. We move. We move, and again, the crowd competition, like we said yesterday, the ATS challenge, fine. The best you can do for yourself as a political party, as a candidate, is to ensure that these people you are bringing out will actually vote for you. That's the most important thing you need from the people. Yeah, that's the most important thing you need from the people.
Turn the crowd.
Yeah, into votes.
Into votes.
Yeah, into votes.
Turn the crowd into votes.
Yeah, exactly. Turn the crowd into votes.
Please turn that crowd into votes. Don't go sit back and say it's all over.
Again, let's re-emphasize that Liberia is all we have. No matter what we do, the country first, we must maintain the peace of the country. Senator Johnson's press conference yesterday, some of the statements he made were similar to the statement made by Ambassador Boakai. He mentioned that not way down in his speech, from the very early part of the speech, rating the official statement was that the Liberian people will resist any attempt to tamper with the election results. You always hear these kind of statements coming from opposition because they are caveats. They are caveats to ensure that the process is free, fair, and transparent. So the burden is on the National Elections Commission to ensure that they give out the numbers that the Liberian people will give them in a box. Okay, they think the Liberian people put in a box.
Yes, give it to us. As we are doing free publicity.
Yes, so
every morning.
And in fact, people are complaining about voter education. So I think they need to respond on that. You need to do more, educate the Liberian people.
Community radios, engage them, send your people there.
Based on the money. Even though the budget just submitted were like 91 million, they put very way to 53.
To the media move on that.
No,
go budget on the media on move on that. So that free publicity that they give every money in the interest of the country.
Next submitted 91
million.
The people say too much, they brought it down to 53.
53.
So
in that 53, they have media money there. Media on color from that.
I don't know what they never media.
Media color from that. You should be engaging the radio every
So morning. Please tell our common people in the local vernaculars. Tell the people what the voting looks like. Educate the people. Yeah, the people. I don't want to talk about my hometown Ghana people can understand English, but there are other places where the people, they want to hear exactly in their own local dialect what election say we should do.
They card in that gay they card there, you're not voting through.
When you not carry the card, you will not vote. That if card there will make you to vote. Take care of your card. When you go, the representative people is the color, the president people are the color, the senator people are the color. So when you go there, don't juke somebody eyeball, don't vote in two boxes, they tell the Liberian people they didn't know about that. So that's it. The rescue daughter,
she came with a serious company. Anyway, but let's see if we can get the lines activated. Let's speak to the issue. Let's stick to this. This 8-tier challenge thing. Some political party are not going to buy into this. So the CDC, the United Party, the CPP, okay, CPP, everybody watching now. You might tell my give boy. You maybe you are. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody say the meaning of both say you the child that level us.
Okay.
Yeah. So the child that brown skin level lots of people both say you.
That's challenge.
Yeah, that challenge.
Okay, challenge.
Thank you. Thank you. They probably send me that email. Just
anyway. So the biggest attention now is with the CPP. CPP money. CDC finna with our own. United Party finna with our own. So you start the poll, you put a drum. Now what the men are doing to United Party? They started sending pictures out for 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, So CPP, the biggest attention now, everyone can make the number and fill the ATS. Let's get the lines activated for you to speak to the issues being discussed. Let's stick to the issue above all country first in the midst of all I would say. Liberia first, Liberia second, Liberia third, Liberia last.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so we'll take a couple of calls. Maybe Councilor Varma, the SG of the Bar Association. You can just use 1 minute.
He call will put you through.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Because Varma, you can call 1 minute. Let's pick up the time. Good morning.
Good morning to Marka. This morning, as you say, I'm Mark Timber. I'm calling for the Sugar County. I'm using stand today to really appreciate you guys, especially for the true reverend, not just the morning teaching, but also the afternoon teaching for the work you can continue to do in terms of putting peace in this kind of election. Because I know the tension that this election brings, even from district level to county level to the presidency, all the tensions that you see, but you guys always there easing that tension for the people, and that is something that we ourselves were deeply into this politics. As I am in support of the Alternative National Congress and also the Independent Candidate Country with California,
Quem lhe dá um.
so we thank you to the guys for that station, and hope that other station can come in time to continue to reach this message across this country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's
Thank
speak
you,
with
Mike.
Council
Yeah,
Obama.
let's speak with Councilor Obama. The National Liberian National Bar Association is also doing their own support to the National Elections Commission through various programs. And yes, just a minute and a half. Council, good morning. Okay, that's great.
You know, the True Center remains a very serious partner to the year, so normally we are happy to be on your platform.
Great.
Okay, Marka Association with support from the UNDP Electoral Support Program will be rolling out a major training activity of civil society actors, members of the bar, security sector actors, some personnel of the media, etc., on dispute resolution mechanism of electoral complaints emanating from the electoral process. And so this is a very major program that banks embark upon. We receive support from the UNDP in the tune of $150,000 United States. And it's allocated all the countries in the country into regions. And so to this event, we bring together the Chief Justice, members of the bar, Associate Justices of the Supreme Court, security sector, and those groups of people that I enumerated in my opening statement. So the promises will be great because you know that it is unprecedented. The bar has been involved with advocacy for years, but at the annual General Assembly of the National Bar Association in March, a resolution was adopted that the bar collaborates with the Election Commission in building the capacity of Election Commission, different actors in the electoral process, so that we all can experience credible, free, fair, and transparent elections in October. Like we said recently, Liberia must approach this process with courage and conviction that it will be free and fair. Nobody has the potential to rig the elections, and so let us see this as a solemn duty, solemn responsibility to go out freely, choose their own leader, and will lead this country for the next 6 years. So, as a bar association, we are collaborating with political parties, Commission, our international partners, for us to be practically involved with the processes in the lead up to the electoral process. So you just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, Council, maybe I can add another 30 seconds. What does the bar expect of those who will be benefiting from this training?
Participants in so far as the electoral dispute resolution is concerned. The Supreme Court has raised some issues in time past. The bar has raised some issues in time past. You're quite aware that it has only 30 days to hear and dispose of electoral complaints. The Supreme Court has only 7 days to hear and dispose of electoral complaints. So what we are doing is to mitigate any potential problem that cause this institution to go beyond the timeline given to them by the Constitution. So training our lawyers, training political party people, training security sector people, training magistrates will only help to build that capacity for them to have an appreciable understanding on the provision that has to do with electoral dispute resolution. And of course, that capacity will be built whenever they approach these complaints, how to file complaints, how the hearing officer will even dispose of the complaints, and how the matter can be translated to the Supreme Court at issue of concern for the bar. So we are calling on you all the media people, civil society, other actors to form part of the training program, because the takeaway is to build the capacity of different actors that will contribute to a peaceful conduct of elections.
Where is it taking place and what?
City Hall at 9:30 this morning.
Okay.
You're also invited.
Oh, I'm invited.
You are invited.
Thank you, Council. Okay, Council, thank you.
Thank you, my dear brother.
Okay, yes, Councilor Bonavama is the National Secretary General of the Liberian National Bar Association. They're speaking about their ongoing training activities beginning today at 9 at the Pinsville City Hall in Pinsville. Pinsville is the most populous, you can say the most populated city in the country. We have the candidate from District 10 this morning. We cannot continue with more calls because of time. I think O'Neill will be sitting with her, if that's correct. Yeah, because I'm seeing the other flip side of the camera. I'm not seeing OPS. OPS, are you there? Yeah. Trying to see if OPS is there. We can take calls because we don't want to go against time. So we just want to kick start. So I'm seeing a nice green cap with the writing there, rescue daughter. I don't know what the Unity Party people came up with this. We agree. I mean, it's a word of being tolerant. So anything you say, we agree. We move. Yes. So this morning we have Charisma here this morning as our guest on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. Onu Robert is also here. He'll be seated. Onu, yeah, go. I will tell you when when you get there. But folks, good morning. Welcome to the Truth Breakfast Show. This is Truth 96.1 FM. We have our first segment guest already, and OPS Onu Roberts is going to be seated by the team there. The rescue daughter is accompanied by someone, and they will make that introduction this morning. Is great. We are sorry that we could not take more calls this morning, and the calls keep coming. Yes. Shortly, I will speak to you, Mr. President. I will speak to you shortly. I'll talk to you shortly. Yeah. So when you is there, so as soon as they are captured on the camera, we'll be linking up with them, and this is going to be an interactive interview here this morning on Truth 96.1 FM. That is great to be. It's great to be here. The people in green, they are here, and yes, this is election time. It is a period that will pass, and Liberians, we will all still be right here as neighbors, and imagine how connected we are, even on the social media. Charisma and I'm following her sometimes when she posts. We all interact and all of that. Everybody in the country, interconnected. So we are just one big family. We cannot allow this election to divide us in any way. We can just perfect our ideas as to what we can deliver to the Liberian people, whether at the level of whether at the level of the county, whether at the level of the presidency. We can just sell our ideas. If the Liberian people buy our ideas, then we become their leader and we deliver on the promise to them. So we are waiting to get the folks on camera. Once they are on camera, we join them this morning. I'm taking this period to appeal to the Liberian people. Don't be too bitter about these elections. We know obviously it is competition, so people want to get an edge over other people, so they will do other things. But in doing that, you have to be safer, and we move. This is our country. We can never be deported from here. We must make this country better for all of us. Whether you are in the private sector, whether you are in a public space, the best we can do is to make it better. All of us pray for the tourism sector to be expanded, much investment in the tourism center. Sometimes Liberian love life now to the extent that weekend people ready to go as far as Basel, people go to Patawi, people go to other places. Once we have our roads done, we can move everywhere and freely we enjoy our little country. This is our country. Can we have Onu and the camera now so that we can join them for this interview this morning? This is the TBS, and we move. Yes, we move. We move. Yeah. So don't be too bitter. This thing too will pass. The time will pass. 2017 we were here, 2018 inauguration gone. The president delivered almost 5 State of the Nation address. We move. We're here, and we're going to election. A decision. When you promise the people, deliver on the promise. The promises you are making to the people. That's simple. If you don't do, the people say, okay, they'll try another person. That's it. We move. So yes, let's I thought what happening. Let's get on the camera. Hope yes.
Thank you so much. Marka, in your first moon this morning. Maybe that the GB council sent for you, the GB that you see, you need to confirm.
I need
So
to
cancel the
confirm. I
message.
need
You
to
haven't
confirm
seen
because
it.
I've been going
Yeah,
through
you're what they call.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
maybe
in the
there's
one
a number with the quoted the
nothing.
one. Yes. Anyway, welcome to the first segment of the True Breakfast Show 96.1. The heart and soul of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. Truth FM, cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. My name is O'Neill, and of course, Maka Davis running straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. Well, we have one of again, I repeat, one of the strongest formidable foes in district number 10, in presence of Honorable Charisma, read with us live with us this morning. She has accepted our invitation, haven't been going back and forth. She's been busy doing door to door, room to room, house to house, campaign all in district number 10. So she has accepted our invitation to sit with us and share breakfast up to 9:15 this morning. So Charisma have come along with her campaign chair. Well, a very strong man who have lived in the district for more than 20 years. Yes.
Oh, O'Neill, please let me make I found that this is someone I've interacted with over the time.
See.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Good morning. Good morning from the Peace Island. This is someone I interacted with on numerous occasions. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes. So Charisma is here with campaign chair with our team that is strongly going to take us into the House of Representatives. Well, we're going to share breakfast and have a great time this morning. He's from Peace Island. He's the chairman of Peace Island, former chairman, that is, okay, for more than 20 years plus he has been living there. So Paul Beate, well, I hope I got the name correctly.
You try.
Okay, Beate.
Good.
Yeah, but it's 2 years that Nima country now. Yago Nima see. Yeah, right. So he's right here with us this morning. Good morning to you, Charisma. How you doing this morning?
Good morning, O'Neill. Perfectly well this morning. Got up at 6 a.m. just to make it for this show. And let me firstly apologize for all the time I did not turn up. And I actually appreciate the invitation. Thank you for having me and my campaign manager, Mr. Paul Buyate, here this morning. And to your colleague, I also want to say thank you for having me this morning.
Great. How is it? Before I go to Paul, how is it going? Like, since you started this journey, almost 2 years, there are some kind of who just came up in 5 months ago. Well, what have you been with this 2 years almost?
It's going perfectly well. There are some challenges.
Stressful, have sleepless night.
Yeah, because election is finite, people time. Sometimes we work almost 24 hours to get stuff done, to plan, to get things going, to have the team together, to achieve what we want to achieve as a team, to make sure we can reach the message to our people. So it involves a lot of time. And also it involves finances. Politics comes with different kinds of expenditures where you have your team to take care of, you have office expenditure coming up, you have a campaign, like we are into major campaign season right now, campaign materials, you got to be able to connect with the people and all of that. You need airtime. Some of the stations we have to pay for airtime. Some of our people like you are supporting us. And I must say, I really appreciate this.
Yeah, we still supporting us now. Anyway, it's great. Because, no, you some way, somehow, right? Because there's other candidates in your district who have invited and have turned us down on numerous occasions. I mean, it's so sad. If you want to represent your people, you can come on a national platform to share your vision. Anyway, Paul, good morning to you. How you doing again?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm okay. Good morning, Brother O'Neill. And I'm grateful today because this is my first debut.
Okay.
My first entrance in this place, so I want to be very grateful, and I see it as a pleasure, the opportunity to work alongside with the incoming lawmaker on the Charisma Penora. And I say my name is Paul Mongubiete. I serve as a president of Peace Island Community, vice president instead of chairman, because the number of votes I won with automatically transition to being a president in our community. And I must appreciate the entire people of Peace Island because they gave me the opportunity to serve there. And they have made me today, if I can sit on the national platform to discuss prominent, eminent issues, it means they have given me the opportunity. And through that opportunity, I was able to meet Honorable Karishma when she called me with respect that we work together and I accept it. So I'm going to believe that it's Peace Island that made me.
What's a difficult decision? I mean, there are several other candidates looking at our vision to join this team. Like I said, you have resided for more than 20 years on the Peace Island.
Certainly. I served in every position in the community, nearly all the positions. I was the Prime Minister of Peace Island.
Interesting. Peace Island have Prime Minister. Yes.
No, sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes it may not be constitutional.
Okay, yeah.
Because I am certainly loved by my community. So anything I do in the name of Peace Island, and I appreciate it. And I said it was a strong decision to make. There are a lot of people. I make a parable one time on Honorable myself, the movie around. I told the people, to find a gold. Gold is a mineral. Before you find a gold, you will not find it on the surface. Gold is, you will mine it deeper. You will take a lot of dirt. We took that out, and finally I was able to see the gold. And the gold is on the Karishma.
Any regret? How is it gold? When you go to the people, what are they saying?
There is no regret. I served on people, I said they made me. As much as they see
you
me,
serve your people as a prime minister,
as a prime minister,
but
as
now
a
you bring
president,
another president to sell to them. How are they responding?
Very affirmative, positive responses. You know what? If you live in the midst of the people live with them, I'm making you to understand if my picture has changed, any of them to appear on about the people in the representative area, there will be no one I will wink like God. Because I live with them that like we are the same, no different. They will call and say, hey, when a Karishma call me, I look out, no different from me. So the love you have for me, I have to bring somebody like me. And they are so happy. In fact, everywhere we went, they feel time taking photo. I haven't seen it before. My very first, I said, as much as Paul be here take care of bringing you to us, we will support you.
Let's go to the reality. Back to you, Charisma, on this one. District number 10 is a rich voter from the CDC, and you be a formidable force from the CDC, and you still have your strong fan base. I mean, how the sudden change came about? Before then, you used to preach the agenda from the Coalition for Democratic Change. Now, you have been referred to as the rescued daughter, and you still remain consistent. You won't talk about it.
So everybody knows that I worked with the CDC for a couple of years. I supported the first term of President George Weah, supported the elections of Paulita Weah, and then we went to the campaign for Paulita Weah, and then also the campaign for Thomas Fala. And we pushed the agenda of the party, but at one point in time where I started doing my own studies when I attended the Young Political Leadership School of Africa, being educated on good governance, bad governance, our eyes starts to open on a lot of things when it comes to corruption, when it comes to bad governance, when it comes to insecurity, instability within the country. So, and then I also attended another 10 weeks program at the U.S. Embassy where we did elections fellow. And that program also opened my eye. And then I also attended a conference in Turkey, Istanbul, where I went to the Best Diplomat Conference, where we are taught to be best leaders with integrity, leaders that the people can trust. So looking at that, looking at my values, my agenda, I realized that from where our country is headed and for what has been happening over the past 5 years is not exactly where I want to see myself. I want to see myself in a positive government. I want to see myself exhibiting good governance for my people. So I decided to back off. But even with that, there are people from the CDC who understands my plea for the people, who understands that we make good for our people. We have massive sedition supporting us in the district.
I can see that.
Who believe in us and believe that we are speaking for the people, because most of the sedition were not treated fairly. Majority of them were after the struggle for the party was the party turned it back on them.
Mhm.
People who did not struggle for the party, that was insulting the party back to back on social media, using radio and all of that. These are the people that the President Weah sought to give jobs to empower, to put them over the people, and the people got angry with that. So because of that, we speak for the people.
Mhm.
And I supporting Honorable Marka. I see the value,
Mhm.
seeing a man who have served this country over the time, 12 years serving as the vice president of Liberia. He did not fight to enrich himself. He did not fight to steal from the Liberian people. Were always about how he can make it better, how he can keep the country peaceful, how he can work in line as a. We all know Lofians. Majority of the Lofians are peaceful people, and Honorable Baka has exhibit that good governance style, and I really love his style of governance.
Okay.
He's right now he served as a role model for me,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to tap into his knowledge to learn as much as I can learn. So me saying rescue daughter, it means a lot to
It
me.
means a lot to you. Was it a
Yes.
difficult thing? I guess you swallowed some spit on a couple of weeks ago. Rescue father went in your district and put up another Kennedy hand up, and you still consistent rescue daughter. How do you circumcise this?
So the people of District 10,
Mhm.
they have values. The people of District 10 also understand that the district deserve better.
Okay.
So I'm not here to bomb off anybody. Like Yeke Kolwa and I, we are cool.
Mhm.
We can talk.
Mhm.
We can joke. So I think I'm one of those candidates that we have a level of respect between each other. But again, I take my message to the people. I ask them to vote against violence in the district,
Okay.
to vote against anything that has to do with confusion in the district, to vote against anything that has to do with chaos. District 10 wasn't noted for being a violent district or a district that drugs is taking over our young people, and this is where we are. So District 10, the people of District 10 deserve a peaceful district. They deserve a leader that can actually represent them at the level of the parliament, someone that can discuss the issues and is understood, get results for the people. So my aim is to take my message to my people, which
Okay.
of course we have been doing door to door, house to house, O'Neill,
Mhm.
day and night.
No
reaching
regret of you
out.
calling yourself
Rescue-
rescue daughter.
no regret
No
at all.
regret. Rescue
At all.
father went to the district and no regret. You still
And
maintain rescue daughter.
Yeah, and do you know right after he left the district, they went to bombing, and I was with the old man in bombing.
Okay.
I went.
I mean, there are some
yeah,
other people who
so-
say, well, you came my own hometown. Well, definitely, I'm dropping the rescue daughter. I'm just charisma
Nah,
going
no.
to this.
My support towards Honorable Parker is far above that. I see politics in a different way. We should coexist.
Where do you get your motivation, your strength from? Not many will do what actually you're doing. I'm still a little bit confused. Rescue father winning your district, and you still consistent with your name, rescue daughter. You could win a vote from this.
So we have our people in the district that believe in us. We have the young people. We have the women. We have impact lives. Like we have our kids on. We have a lot of young people in our district that is on our scholarship from the different public schools, some private schools in the district. We also have, like for my office, if you go there, there's free Wi-Fi at Peace Island. Since I opened my office, I think we'll talk about this a long time back. It's still there, helping the young people to be able to do the research, the assignment, preparing them, So these are things that we do with our people, doing market grants for our women, helping to push them. The little we have, the little we can share. But apart from that, we believe that if the district must have a level of development or skills building institution, for example, or public health care to take care of the people, first it should start from us having a peaceful district. How can that be done? It's by the people going to the backs and voting for a peaceful lawmaker, someone that can unite the district, someone that can bring our district, can help bring the district dignity back, so people respect us as a district. So I'm number 12 on the ballot.
Number 12.
Yes,
Okay.
and I do that every day. I go to my
on the
people.
ballot box. Charisma is number 12 on the ballot box.
Yes, and we go to our people. We tell you vote number 12 for better leadership, better representation, oversight, lawmaking, and also a peaceful district. Because without peace, there can be development.
What's a vision for that district? I mean, lots of folks monitor us every now and then. I mean, what's a vision for district number 10? Someone will let you and go to the ballot box and vote charisma number 12 on the ballot box.
So we want to be able to to push all our public schools to high school level in the district.
Okay.
2 of our major public schools, one is junior high, and the other one is elementary school. So one stops to 6th grade and one stops to 9th grade. So we want to make sure that those 2 public schools to work with the government to push to a high school level. Also, both public schools, we have 3 different public schools in the district. Those 3 public schools, they're lacking proper library and technology development lab. Okay. So we want to make sure that we can build that for the student to give them the means for them to educate themselves technology-wise, because we all know we are in a digital era where technology is being advanced. Only our people, our young kids and our youth out here are not being exposed to that level of technology development in our country. So we also want to make sure that a skills building institution is built in the district. Why we really need a skills building institution is the fact of the issue where we have a lot of ghettos in our district, a lot of our young people going into the ghettos, the drugs abuse. Like we've been having situation, just to see the situation that just happened to the airport where drugs,
Moringa.
Yeah, is that what? Moringa.
Drugs,
and then even just yesterday, there was another information that a certain level of drugs were also found at the border. And then we had over, I think, 100 million worth of drugs a few months ago, another 40 million of drugs a few months ago. So we see that our country has become almost like a transit point for drugs transaction, and our kids are being abused in this direction. So how can we do it? We want to work with them. We are not going to chase people out of the district. We're not going to raid people. We're going to convince them, talk to them, get them little by little to read some rehab center. When they are clear, we have a purpose for them. Okay. At least they can go to those, they can come and learn something from the skills building institution, that public skills building institution, something they love, to be able to transform the young people. That's how we want to fight it. And you are talking District 10, we have over 85,000 people in District 10. We want to make sure at least we can lobby from the budget at the level of the legislature to have a public health care to maintain the people of District number 10. So someone will say, District number 10, why District number 10? District number 10 runs from the Invincible Park all the way Congo Town, where you have former Charles Stiller's house, opposite the former Palm Spring that is now, I think, Congo Town, something there.
Yes, Colonial
Hotel. Okay.
Hotel, yeah.
All right. So it's a huge district or the back of Congo Town back row and all of that. So I believe that the healthcare is a necessity for our district. And also the public skills institution, which goes on education, that can be positioned from on education, where we can be able to lobby through the education budget to have a proper public skills building institution erected in the district to help enhance the young people, prepare them, become their own entrepreneurs. And the skills training, which is very important, it opens up the economy because it positions the young people in a more better way where they can have diverse skills and they can be able to utilize that for their own development.
Great. I mean, these are things, those of you have ambition to contest, share your vision to like the district, the county, the country, and let people buy into it. Okay, great. Let's go back to the chairman. Chair, you listen to all. Let's look at your chances in these elections. I mean, you from the Peace Island belt, and the Peace Island is not just the entire district number 10. You have part of the Congo Town. Okay, no problem. The EC, yeah. But you have Congo Town, you have Oro, you have the 540 area. Let's look at your connection. You both are from the Peace Island.
Not on the Peace Island. I worked in the district for close to 20 years, as you rightfully said. District number 10 has approximately like 31.5 communities. Go there and go ask about me. My life I lived is so simple. There's a reason why a lot of people, meaning most of those guys that are contesting, they call me with Medi. They display the platforms. I look at it. It could not agree with what I saw on the encouragement. I am no error in district. In fact, most of the county. You are speaking to Paul M. that just a recent vice president of Liberia. Baby, she knelt down to me to support CDC. When I said no, I will not. Okay. My decision is very straight. I take decision because of reason. I support CDC. When she begged me, she knelt down.
Oh, she came to you.
She invited us.
She came to the same Paul.
Paul that is my
Wow.
and say
Yeah.
support the CDC.
No, wait.
Okay.
In the midst of 74 percent, I mean
Okay.
stakeholders.
Okay.
I told her, I cannot support you. And I gave the reason. See, baby, she knelt down. And that was done. And from there, I said, I can't make it. Now, it was Wednesday. I met Honorable Karishma.
Okay.
On a serious note, I did not intend to meet her. When she called me, when I read the platform, I did not go by beauty. I did not go by
Maybe you didn't see the other people's platform.
I saw everything they called. They spoke by it.
Why you didn't see the other people's platform?
I am saying, I can be smart on it. I am human magnet.
Human magnet.
Certainly. The people came to me, they displayed their platform, but Honorable Karishma, listen to me, District 10 is been asked constitutionally to produce one son or one daughter that will represent us. We have to be very careful. And like you are entering, you say, give me one of the children to represent you. Load them and bring the best.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people, I'm not condemning a lot of intellectual and political ignoramus. So when she invited me to work with her, I studied her for 2 months. And then 2 months, she make a successful pass. Because I told her that I love the district and I love my people.
Let's look at the chances. Having said all of that, we have 21 days to election, Paul. 21 days to election.
So
let's look at the chances. Who are your fears in that district? They have Charisma. Any fear that this person will give a tough time in the election? Let's look at our chances within this election.
Everybody, in elections, you need not to overlook any other person. You can't overlook anybody. I don't overlook any of them. But my strategy, before they could get to know it is late, I know that by the time I was chairman of Peace Island, there were 1,802 horses. I let it was 3,000 some more. Before coming in 2 years, I almost 5,000. You know how many horses I covered in Peace Island? I went to them one-to-one. I will be completing the Peace Island today. I started from Gate Town. I introduced Orokarima. Listen to me. I served as chief judge for most district. No, sorry, Congo Town.
Okay.
Congo Town said, Asuku. There is Suku best intellectual ever judge that existed in the history of the time in 1952. I served as the chief judge for 3.5 years.
Which are the category you put yourself in? First, second, third, for the
no. Clear, the winning is clear. We are winning up in it. You think we are yet to be constant us around?
Do you have votes from the CDC bell? That era I keep saying.
If you mean from CDC bell?
Yes.
And when we started, I am a unity partisan. I'm a CDC married to Joe, but then I'm for unity partisan. And she was fresh. She and I agree. So we will be taking a vote for error. You know what?
Okay.
People not running behind your party these days. People not running behind They look running behind what you can do. Oral Charisma platform is very clean. Oral Charisma is struggling for dual master degree. You think we want to put in Ramos in a place that you call verbal mayhem? Would I accept that?
You already have a lawmaker who normally speaks sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
You already have a lawmaker. Hold on, Paul. You already have a lawmaker who speaks and even beyond the district attack the president and most often. You think replacing him with Charisma?
You see that? Our lawmaker is my best friend. But I told you, I'm not for answering. He's my best friend. I told Yeke Koluba, he can call me veteran. Yeke does not my a veteran, Yeke is a good man, he respects me. Okay. But I say, Yeke, I can't vote for you. That started a long time ago. I can't vote for you.
For him in 2017?
I will not. I cannot, and I could not. Okay. Let me be very clear. I will not do it. Okay. But he's my friend. I say, I'm afraid of people who cause verbal mayhem. My gleefulness came about when I engaged my Honorable Karishma. And I said, I'm going to meet my family. That which a day I consulted the Asura and I met my people of Peace Island and I met my family. They said, study of us, which I did. But you know what? She is the best. District number 10, if you make a 10 to miss on Charisma, to miss, then that money or she does not have it. I don't care about that. What I care is about the IQ. Because in psychology, she has the 5-point temperament. What they call sanguine, that what she possesses. All right? Karima has the character. She got a man of taking care of people. Karima has students. Everything I wanted in leader. I mean, Karima is not a politician. She's a leader. There's a difference between politicians.
I mean, there's a lot of people contesting and not politicians. So
yeah, good.
I mean the country is upgrading now on a different stage. Yes.
So now I am happy to work. But my winning position, I am taking the first place. They can be passing around with a noise. But I have used that methodology. I adopted that methodology already for us. You know what I mean? I come from? I'm almost going to 7,000 to 8,000 in district 10. I know district 10 is in my hand as public relations officer, PR or speaker for the entire chairman of 6. And listen.
Let me just throw in our charisma is here this morning. Let's look at the challenge because sometimes the clearly have attended several workshops when people say the space for women to campaign, especially politics in Africa, like Nigeria, is difficult. What have been your experience campaigning as an independent candidate, and what have you seen to be your chances that place you above your competitors in that district?
Firstly, let me say that everything I do is God. And every day I pray for God, grace, and favor. And I think that favor and grace has followed me everywhere I've been. Everywhere I step, I've been welcome. Not one day I've been rejected. And that is something that even some of my team members, they be like, Honorable, we're talking to this person, it was being difficult. But the moment they saw you and you spoke to them, the person became calm and they listen to you. How do you do it? So I make them to understand that when you are here to serve, you are not here to force people to support you. You are here to appeal to them and tell them why they should support you. So we are here to give our platform. So in the line of engagement or reaching out to my people, it has been very smooth. I've had different auxiliaries from different political parties reaching out to me, giving me the support. Young people. Sometimes I sit in my office, I wonder, I said, this kind of grace, I have not seen it for a very long time. But it's God that makes leaders. It's God that puts you there. So if it is my time, 2023 will be my time. If it is not my time, I believe God is preparing me for something greater. And this district, right now, I can tell you for a fact, the election is between only me and Yeke Koluba.
Okay.
I won't look down on Yeke. Yeke is a formidable force. He's the current incumbent. He still have people that believe in him. He have people that also believe in his values. There are people that see him as someone who speaks for the country or someone who is there to talk on behalf of them that don't like the government. You understand?
Okay.
I understand it from a different standpoint.
Okay.
As a woman, I believe that you can share your idea. You don't have to be abusive.
No.
You can also share your idea. You don't have to be arrogant about it. I believe you can get results, but not through arrogance, by putting your ideas in a more appropriate manner and getting the message. There are many things that Yeke speaks on, major issues that are very key, but the manner of approach makes the people don't understand the message. And because of that, nobody going to support you in that direction. And that's not what District 10 needs. District 10 needs somebody that can discuss the issues in a more appropriate manner and get the results for the people and help keep the district safe. Make sure that District 10 is a peaceful district. That is what the people needs.
What is the difference campaign between any campaign and winning campaign? The reason is sometimes we feel unsafe in the space. What is your experience campaigning as a woman?
I've never felt unsafe. You know how many ghettos I visit?
Okay.
And I'm welcome. Do you know how many places I go? Sometimes my team member will tell me, Honorable, it's late. I'm like, it's okay. God gonna protect me in the process. And I do my politics with respect. I don't go violence with anybody. I don't support violence. I speak against violence. I support everybody. I respect it because I believe for you to contest in district number 10 or contest in any election is your constitutional right. I don't own district 10. It's not my father property or mother property. I'm contesting because it's my democratic right to contest. Likewise, everyone else. So why should I cut speech from that person or hit that person or attack that person or be violent? It doesn't make no sense. So that's why when I see Yeke, I joke with him. Even one or two other people in the district, almost everybody that run in the district, they can pick up their phone and call me.
Do you have any disappointment in the 54th legislature, and what kind of lawmaker you intend to be if the people elect you?
We're going to speak for the people. There are some laws that have been made. We're going to make sure those laws are implemented in the interest of the people, especially when it comes to gender-based violence.
Okay.
And that has to do with protecting our girls, boys, and our women. And also there's one major issue that has to do with this drug issue. I think the entire drug issue should be something that should be placed in a more drastic form, where if you are caught with it, it's out of penalty. The penalty should be either maybe 50 years in prison, 60 years. When you know you're going to serve that kind of time, you will not want to be involved in something like that. And we should have, maybe we need a new prison. We need somewhere built, properly built out of Monrovia.
You think it has reached a crisis level in the country?
It is a serious crisis. We are at war. When it comes to drugs in the country right now, we are at war. Our kids are being destroyed. Our youth are being destroyed. And our country is being marked in a more negative form. Our passport is being devalued. When it comes to drugs issue, the people don't joke with it internationally. I traveled to one of the countries the last time, and I was checked thoroughly at the airport. My hands were scanned. My both hands, there was some kind of machine with blue lights, and it had a scan. I felt like nothing. I felt like, and I understood what they were doing, and that was the issue that just happened when we had that issue with the 100 million drugs or something, and I was traveling for a program to come back, and that happened to me. It was at the airport. I was on transit at the airport in Abidjan, where we were transit my Liberian passport. I felt like everything Madam Sarif worked for over the years to make our passport have a certain level of value has gone down to the drain. That we are at a point where we are breaking our mark as a NICOM state, where our country is being used for drugs transit. What's the population in Liberia? Can we consume over 100 million worth of drugs in this country? No. Meaning there is a transit point. It is going to other countries. Our country is just being used. And these things don't happen without top governments or officials being part of it, knowing about it. No, it don't. There should be someone at top that is involved, surely involved, damaging our young people, destroying the image of our country on the international board.
Great. Well, I mean, your plans are all clear. Number 12 on the ballot box.
Charisma, before we can come in, how sincere are you with your quest for leadership in District 10? Power.
I'm very sincere. You see, I told someone the other day, I'm a comfortable young woman. I work in the private sector for over 12 years. By profession, I'm a network engineer. I work with MTN Liberia for 8 years. Comium Liberia for 4 years. I did sales marketing. I could have worked in any other private sector. I'm currently doing my master's in international relations, diplomacy. I could have stayed on that side. But I believe that if you want to make a change, the change happens from the level of the legislature, because that's where the laws are implemented. That's where the change is made. And that's what we intend to do, to make that change we want to see for our young people, for our country.
Great. Yes.
Thank you.
Tough talking, you could make a good lawmaker. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think you speak with a lot of passion. Yeah, you speak with a lot of passion. I think you know what you're going for.
Yeah, she make a very strong lawmaker. Yes. Number 12, right?
Yes, we are number 12 on the ballot.
Only
unfortunately, you are not from my district. I knew you were going to vote for me.
I young man understand
District 10. Charisma is number 12 on the what? The ballot box. The reason I'm saying, because we have invited candidates upon candidates from that district, and they are shouting away for our interview.
They will do that.
So Charisma is number what? Number 12
on the ballot.
If you,
can we take a couple of calls?
If you want also announce your number on the ballot box, when you invite you, you'll come. You won't be lawmaker, don't shy away from the people. Why is it? I mean, again, before we take calls, Charisma is number 12 on the ballot box. We move.
Thank you.
Let's get the lines activated. 0770-153-265. Speak to the issue. Marka, you can announce yours.
0770-202-579 is the other line. You can call us to participate this morning on the show. Yes, and I like when she said, because sometimes it's good to be sincere. She cannot downplay the equipment,
No,
so she
Yeah.
she sees him as
Yes.
it's not
077405017 line 20770153265.
let me take
To the
this
issue, please.
caller. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. You're sounding very low. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. My brother, election is free. When the it doesn't mean that
Your background is bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, even though you're calling from far up, but your background is bad. Good morning. Yes, please stay away from the noise, please. Go ahead.
Go to the issue, man. Let that man go off the line. What sort of country we in this? What sort of country? Say the issue, then you say, yeah, let you.
Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Chief, your background is noisy. Simple. Just go away from the noise and make your point. That's nothing personal. 070202579. Let me take this person. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Sarah.
Okay.
I want to thank you so much for your show this morning. We say thank you to her. I wish her well. And she spoke very lengthily. And we were sure that she won the election. Also,
Go to the issue. Then you say, let the person sit down.
Good morning.
And wait.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Jose, and I'm calling from Puebla this morning. Yeah, so let me firstly appreciate the young lady or we still there, but I have a slight insight. Okay, yeah, we are bearing the name Rescue Daughter, and the rescue team all in it for one purpose. Why is it that they will be having the two candidates apparently maybe from the same rescue angle? Is it our division?
Yeah, they are not on the ticket of the party anyway.
Both of them.
No, both of us are independent
candidates.
Nobody is on a rescue ticket. Everybody is an independent candidate.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can pick this call from my end. You still got caller?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, we got call.
07701532665. Speak to the issue. Yeah. Morning. Morning. Please be audible.
Babu? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So when you say how many voting cards do you have? Hold on. How many voting cards do you have?
As a feminist, I don't like people. As a feminist, I don't like people telling
the whole district.
Female, I don't like people telling female candidates.
Even hold on. Even on the national level, right? Partisans alone can make precedent in this country. If you not vote the president, you say it, but don't say we. Anyway, let's move on. Let's take two more calls up, and these are things.
Yeah, let me take this one. But before we close, I will respond to that caller before we close. If I don't respond to you, I don't feel satisfied. Good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks to your guest in the studio. My simple question to her is now that she just left city for some 1 year, probably when because she said she campaigned for some of her as well. I'm thinking, since CDC started, they have a lot of challenges, a lot of things going on. What told her up to let out before she resigned from CDC? Is it because she was not finding life, or it's because of any evil that she threw in CDC, and she it was an ill as what. She noticed that ill.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
That
let
you guided with all the
let me address that. I did not resign from my party. I have not resigned from my party.
Like so many others.
I did not join UP. I am supporting the ticket for the presidency of Honorable Joseph Boakat.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Okay. And yes, I think that we're done with the callers now. You can respond to the rest of the callers. Just to add up, there are so many others who have not resigned for the party, but they're still contesting. There are folks on the MPP who supporting CPP. They still with the MPP. There are folks on the Unity Party who support it. I mean, it's just cross-pollination until the rightful thing is done. So
but even from my team, I have people on my team that is from CDC. I have people on my team that is from UP. I have people on my team that is from CPP. They are all young people who sees the vision and supports the vision. I don't think this is about you being with just a particular party. It's about what the change you can make in our society, what you stand for, what are your values, what do you want to see our country do, or how you intend to push our country go forward. What are your impact? What have you been doing? A lot of our people, someone they have the fundings, they have the means to help. They don't even help our people. They don't even look at them. They look down on them. What are some of the things you are trying to do to even just change things right in your little community? How impactful you are, no matter where communities you are from or where political party you are from. So let me address that guy that said that we are not ready for a female candidate. It sounded so. How do I say it? Sounded so, I don't want to use because we are on the radio. Chairman, hold on. Chairman, you want to put it? Yeah. I would like my campaign manager to address that, but I just want to make a short point quickly before we leave. Our man coming out in this modern era where we have produced the first female president within Africa, and he's coming to say we are not ready to support a female for our district. District 10 is going to get its first competent female elected on October 10, 2023. He should mark it. The name is Karishma Pelumrad. And we are going to make the change that other people could not make. And we are going to put our people first and our district first. Okay. And trust me, he will vote for me. The number is number 12.
1 minute. The first thing is you said district number 10 is not ready to elect female. Listen to me. We are not being elected female because there have been no competent female at that time. Man, you listen to her. You listen to the Google lesson, man. And you also saw the dexterity in the poets in your own tune. Gaga, I want to meet you this evening. Let us vote on Charisma because for sure that my little brother, I will meet you this evening because leave a Gaga is meeting on this evening. Gaga loves the lady, trust me. Okay. Because people deny, most people have not heard on Charisma talk. But today, after the platform, you will see again people trooping to that place. We don't lie to people. We know that the woman, her potential, her intellectual, academic, and leadership powers, people that want the dexterity. They is the best person for us. We are not being electing female because we are no female competent leader at that time. But as we are prepared, and this leader is prepared, trust me, Brother O'Neill, just with few months, few days from now, she will be announced number one, the next lawmaker, and you'll see her in our cabinet baby making difference. That's all we're here for. As you close up from the end, Paul, then Charisma. And thank you so much. I'm happy. I want to be grateful to God because I met on Charisma. I have been around as I give the scenario or the illustration of a goal. I've been supporting other people, but they made us shame. And today, I was so happy to meet on Charisma. And I want to tell my people of district number 10. There is a former chairman of this chairman the people backing me every time. I meet her after election. I want to be and let me tell you one thing. Election is not. I have a problem with testing. I love so much. I have to lead in. Election leaders say election leaders I agree. But the other people that live there got to take and bring it back. I have served and I'm bringing it back. The best I'm drinking, just on number 10 will come back and tell you for producing on the camera with that.
Chairman,
I want you to vote number 12. That is number 12. And I want you to vote on local Richmond. Why? So many reasons you are listening. So many good reasons. So
the former Prime Minister,
former president, incoming president, the position, some of me. I'm a strategist also on the Richmond team. I'm a campaign manager. A whole lot of positions that you don't allow your goal to take. But before you reach your goal, all the debt that's passing will reach the point of goal.
Thank
and
you.
we have to pick the goal.
Thank you.
What number 12?
Thank you. Chairman,
Thank you.
you need to
Chairman, you need to do all these big political parties. Maybe just room for you. Christmas, you close up. Yeah.
Oni, let me first say thank you so much for having me here today. I really appreciate you and your colleague, and to the Truth FM family,
to my brother,
to my brother,
to all my fans listening, permit me, to all my fans,
Don't lie here.
to all my friends listening this morning,
participated in district number 4.
This is honorable Kalamba. Some of you
will not
know
know me by the Karishma name, my Canadian name. I do a lot of comedies within Jamaica.
Yeah, and I want to say to you, number 4, vote like. He's a colleague of mine. He's a very productive, and he has a vision for the district, for the people. Put his people, his leadership is amazing. Vote like number 1 for district number 4, Maserado County. And then again, I'm number 12. To my people of district number 10, I want to tell you that when you elect us, we are not going to elect machine. We are going to serve you. We are going to unite our district, which is within our first response. That's our priority to unite, to make sure that peaceful district. And then we're going to work on our projects with the people. We're not going to achieve it alone. We are going to work with district number 10 to achieve what the district and the people needs. Putting our people first. Again, for the president, please vote number 2 on a just say Waka. Better leadership, transformation of Liberia. He puts the people in the nation. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Great. This is how we'll close up on the first segment of the Truth Breakfast Show. 96.1 The Heart and Soul Library. Let's get a break. We'll come back with Pulse right here on the TBS. Don't go away.
And coming up this morning on the TBS Sports here this morning as a regular feature of the show. So we will be coming up with sports here shortly. Yes. Let's join Naomi Tapia this morning for sports. Yeah, so that's one thing that having to. Well, we're bringing. sorry. However, yes, Naomi, thanks for joining. Yes. Good morning.
Welcome to the Fashion of Life. You come and guess what?
You at the weekend in the Liberia Football Association of a Women's League at the weekend. The defending champions have started the massive defeats of other teams in the Women's Top League, with the recent one for them to Entertainment Stadium being one of the biggest success Ambassadors who ended the league season as runners-up, the Chama Girls were pinned 1-0 by Raffia Angels in the day's second encounter, while seeing female professionals endure Mucha FC settled for a 2-2 draw at the same venue to climax the women's league encounters. Liberia International Albert cover started for Rivers United in the CAF Confederation Cup for the weekend in the second preliminary round first of the legs against El Toli Lanti, while Matthew Gibson left out of the match squad. The second leg will be played on Sunday, October 1, 2023 at 3 p.m. with forward Albert Cooper likely to be featured for United. He joined Rivers United after impressing them in the first leg of the CAF Champions League 2022, where he impressed and stakeholders of the team. Thompson Dwell returned to club action at the weekend and provided tested in the club of FC Slank in the Czech Liga, according to the Reporters update. It was his first goal contribution in 12 matches across all competitions since his loan month. In another development, Ayuba Kosaya failed to score for the first time this season in the league as SK Beveren held Biscoff to a goalless draw in the Belgian second division on Saturday. The Liberian striker, who recently declined Lone Star's invitation to play in the final against Ghana in order to concentrate on his platform, has scored in 3 of Biscoff's first 4 league games this season. Jenny Hermoso has not been included in Spain's first squad since winning the Women's World Cup, but 15 members of that triumph team have been named. A large number of players boycotted the team after then Football Federation boss Luis Rubiales cased for Hermoso following last month's scandal. The further led to Rubiales resigning. On Friday, 39 players, including 21 of the 23 World Cup winners, said their strike will continue until further changes were made. This was the first squad announcement by new coach Monsi Tome, who replaced George Vida, considered a close ally of Rubiales after he was sacked earlier this month. Tommy, who was Vida's assistant manager, has become the first woman to hold a position of Spain women's boss. It is unclear if the players who have been caught up have ended their strike, with Tommy saying she has spoken to those selected but was unwilling to reveal what was discussed. Earlier on Monday, the Spanish Football Federation RFEF had urged striking players to return to the national team. And finally, Pep Guardiola says Manchester City, having done anything special, having won just one Champions League. After winning the Premier League and FA Cup last season, City became just the second English team to complete the triple when they defeated Inter Milan 1-0 in the Champions League final. City begin their Champions League title defense when they take on Real Star Belgrade at home Tuesday. The City manager said he has not rewatched his side's victory over Inter Milan in Istanbul, where Spain midfielder Rodri scored the only goal. England defender Kyle Walker said City, who are top of the Premier League with 5 wins from 5, will not dwell on last season's Champions League success. Along with Serbian side Red Star Belgrade, City are joined in Champions League Group G by German club RB Leipzig and Swiss side Young Boys. That's all for our sports desk.
the silent ones. There will be prosperity. There will be continuity. We will have solidarity. All of us in unity. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you, my good friend. It's up to you. When you walk by me, it's up to you. Liberia has one. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you, Liberia. It's up to you. When we come together, it's up to you. Liberia has one. It's up to you. We strong. Back to cover all five way. It just makes so much sense. Don't matter what is as long as they are citizens. Now we be just like it. Don't hold the women and men. We land of liberty back then and now and forever to be sent to you. My friend, it's up to you. My good friend, it's up to you.
The song is called It's Up to You, man. We want to vote for. Vote your conscience. You are making decision for the next 6 years. It's up to you, man.
It's up to you.
I'm not telling you what to vote for, but it's up to you. The lawmaker you're going to vote, the representative, the senator, it's up to you. That decision is up to you. Or the presidency. Whoever wins the presidency is my president. But the decision is up to you. Let's go, man. Vote. Come on and vote.
To the poor, vote for education, vote for employment,
vote for education, vote for employment, vote for a better health system. It's up to you, Liberia.
Liberia's democracy rests on all of us. Be a voter today and exercise your right.
So I want to do something. I'm yet to see our last segment guest, Reverend Melvin Lake, is yet to come. But I mean, this music is very, very meaningful into our crucial time of our election. Those of you watching on Facebook, there are a lot of you in the crowd. Some of you have misplaced your voting cards. All right, Truth FM for the last week or so have been giving out voting cards. All right, we have them in huge numbers. So some of you will just go in the crowd. You know you have misplaced your voting card. The people take the pictures. You see you make up the number, but you don't have voting rights. You don't have voting rights. So come on the station. Come and see if you can have your voting cards. We have almost 40 voting cards. We have been giving all cards and phone cards. Please come and get a voting cards. We're not telling you what to vote for, but the decision you make is up to you. Thank you, Sam Ashivon. Sam, look, Sam have been producing music, but this one is exceptional. This one is exceptional. The decision you make is up to you. If you want to vote George we have for the other 6 years, it's up to you. If it is Donald Cummings, Donald Cummings, if he's going to fix the system, fix the economy, the health system, it's up to you to make the decision. If Tewan Gongolo, the poor man lawyer, if you want to vote him, O'Neill is saying it's up to you. Ambassador Boycott, Joseph Boycott, what he feels he's one going to rescue, well, it's up to you. Vote Liberia. The decision you're making is going to last with you for the next 6 years. 6 years. It's up to you. It's up to you, folks. This music. Look, Sam actually found this song is so exceptional. I mean, this is it, man. Let's get this music. Reverend Melvin Lake is coming up shortly.
Liberia, it's up to you. When the votes are counted and the process done, everyone will have spoken, even the silent ones. There will be prosperity. There will be continuity. We will have solidarity. All of us in unity. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you, my good friend. It's up to you. When you call my baby, it's up to you. Liberia has one. It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you. Liberia, it's up to you. When we got to.
Look, I want to WhatsApp this song. So let me just announce quickly. Don't call me. Send me a WhatsApp message. I'll give you the song free. I want this song to just go everywhere in the country. It's up to you. So before I link up with Marka Shirley, in there with Melvin Lackey, but what I told my give you politics Shirley. So before I link up with them, let me just announce this WhatsApp number. Tell me hi, I'll send the song to you free. Don't call me, please. I just want you to give this song out. It's up to you. Whatsoever decision, whatsoever vote. You know the person that want to make things for the district, the county, and out of the country. The decision you make, it will stay with you for the next 6 years. It's up to you. 0777405017. Don't call me. Just say hi on WhatsApp, and I'll send you the song. I mean, free. I'll give you the song free. Play this up to you. 07405017. 086-511976. 077405017. 086-511976. Just say hi, O'Neill. I give you the same the song free. It's up to you. Yes. Good music, good folks listening. Now 21 days to elections. Reverend Melvin Lackey, District number 1, is where he resides. We're about to talk some politics in Mangi. I said, don't call me. Just say hi on WhatsApp. And I'll send you the song free. It's up to you. Yes, Marka is all yours.
I just knew that you were going to receive calls. I know, I know my Liberian people. Yeah. So, folks, good morning. It's great again. We are here. This is the TBS, the Breakfast Show, 96.1 FM. That we indicated in our lineup this morning. We have Melvin Lackey. He is here this morning to talk some politics, not to pray as usual. Like we said this morning, we're not going to let allow Reverend to pray. Yeah.
Melvin Lackey is no more praying for the TBS. We want to invite Pastor after missing. We'll be praying for us now. Beginning tomorrow, Reverend After Mills. And Marka, in this place, a woman have come on a text WhatsApp message.
For the song, eh? Correct.
It's up to Melvin Lackey.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Reverend, good morning. It's great. Good morning. It's great to interact with you in person. They appreciate you for being a consistent follower of the work and the work we do here. For that, welcome to
Thank you, Marka. I appreciate being here. I believe the whole Liberia, a whole bunch that probably won't even be back. Notwithstanding my contributions come directly from my heart. I enjoy your program very, very much. And I also understand that you guys are for Liberia.
Absolutely.
One people, one country.
Country
first. That's correct.
Thank you. So before we move any further, who is Reverend Melvin Lackey?
Well, I'm a father of 4, married to my beautiful wife sitting right here. Her name is Komasa Lackey. So Komasa Sally Lackey. And it's spelled just like Chris Sally's last name as well.
Oh, okay.
I believe they're all from Banjama. Now, we met him before, obviously, so many times. And they could be related. And like I said, 4 children. I am in Liberia now. My wife convinced me to come back home so I can make my contributions. And we are building a church. I'm a pastor there. Not a big church yet, but I'm quite sure it's going to grow. And our intention is to find the right people for the different positions that exist in Liberia right about now so that our country can move in the right direction. Mr. Lackey offers his services as best as possible. And I don't reserve anything when it comes to Liberia. And today, I'm on the side of Madam Ja. That's where I stand.
Okay, that is great. So before we talk more about what convinced you to think she's the best person for Margibi County, what has been your general view about the Liberian politics?
Liberia is a very interesting place, and the politics in Liberia are even more interesting. You know, I can tell you that I sit by my radio when I get the chance, and I think about where are we going, what direction we are heading. And I found out that they're always the good, the bad, and the ugly. You got the politics that can get pretty ugly sometimes. But lots of people, many, vast majority of Liberian people are very decent people, very good people. They care about their country. They're willing to sacrifice for this country. And so they indulge into the system. When I hear people calling your show and I can't get through, I just want to grab the phone and say, Marka, pick up my phone call. You know, and it's pretty rough to do that. But notwithstanding, I look at politics in Liberia as interesting, and we are supposed to use our advantages here. This is a perfect time that Truth FM has given us means to be able to get to different areas. I think it's worldwide, as a matter of fact. And so that makes me feel so happy. On the other hand, sometimes people speak in a way that I don't approve. I believe we should be decent all the time. We should be peaceful all the time. We should promote those two things, and Liberia will become a much better place to at least exist with politics in our midst.
How much do you know about Margibi politics?
You know, I lived there for 12 years now, a little over 12 years now. And what I found out about Margibi, sometimes it's a little tribalistic.
Okay.
Sometimes, which is fair, because if I got my homeboy, maybe I want to go for my homeboy too. But I look at it in a little different way. And I see Margibi as a place where people tend to speak their minds when it comes to politics. I see Margibi as a place that's progressive. We're right next to Montserrat County. And so politics goes on in Montserrat County, and Margibi is just right there along with it. So Margibi is very interesting. You got a person like Mr. Tapowe, Representative Tapowe, who's leading the charge, so to speak, on my list. And I support him, I must say. I always call in his behalf when I get the chance to get through, only because he's doing the right thing by Margibi. But if Margibi looks carefully and they consider the positivities compared to the negativities of Margibi County, you will see that we are heading in the right direction. Margibi is fair. We don't cheat people, but when you come late, we will not give you the mentor to carry.
Okay.
So I say.
Okay, so couple of persons, a lot of candidates in the race for the Senate, and why you picked the former senator, Madam Clarice Ja?
You know, I just wish I could always be interviewed by Marka Davis.
Why?
Interest, you know, not just interesting question, but the way you lay it out. I really love the way you lay things out and then proceed in the reality. I chose Madam Clarice Ja for many good reasons. Everybody got a little flaws here and there.
Okay.
But Madam Ja is, first of all, I'm a he for she.
Okay.
I appreciate the quality of that she that I'm going to be carrying. Madam Ja she's a very civilized woman. She's a mother. She's been married for 31 years. She's a deacon in her church. Her husband, Reverend Sylvester Ja, is a reverend in his church, the Grace A. Reeves Baptist Church. Besides those individual personal qualities, I'll tell you that Madam Ja has 2 master's degrees.
Okay.
One, international relations from the University of Liberia, one from AME Zion University in management. Those 2 combinations, if you put them together for Margibi County now and Liberia at large, you will see it will work for us very, very well. Besides that, I look at the other candidates. They are all men. Every single one of them are men. But if you look at the qualifications and you compare to Madam Ja's experience, you will wonder, wow, why they even took her out in the first place in 2014. Of course, you got big hands all over the place. And when big hands, show up, things can go a little bit different than you anticipated. So Madam Ja has been to the United States of America Congress and represented Liberia there. She's been in China. She's been to England. She's been to France. She's been to Nigeria. She's been to Italy. She's been to Rwanda. 29 different countries. With that kind of experience, you can't let go that easily. We need to bring her back. Besides that, this woman cares about people so much. Madam Ja has a foundation called Mother Without Borders.
Okay.
And she caters to people who are pregnant women. She caters to older women. And she's still having students in school on financial aid. But the job also, that's one of the main things that impressed me, Marka, because with your education, I can just tell from your English most times, you and O'Neill, that you know what you're talking about. You learn very well. You did not eat your lunch money
Okay.
or your tuition. And so Madam Ja put into school, she financed 5,500 plus from my giving in school. Then she also had a lady called Mala who was working with her. She had 52 people working with her in her office. Out of the 52, she had 42 from Magibie County. That's how much she cares about that county. Then that lady I just named, Mala was in high school.
Okay.
And she pushed Mala, and she told Mala one time, "Where are you from?" She asked her. Mala says, "I'm from Bapalu." She says, "Oh, really now?" By then, Mala's in college now at the junior level. She says, "You from Bapalu? Election's coming up there. I want you to run." Mala could not believe it. She got totally confused. She says, no. Those people are too big for me. And the men would give me a hard time. They would do this. They would kill me. So anyway, I don't mean literally, but figuratively. So she says, after all, she agreed. And Madam Josh sent her, after tutoring her, after molding her, sent her to Bapalu County. And she won the representative position. First lady ever. So these are all the qualities that attracted me to her. Plus, I've been knowing her family for a long time. Very decent family. I grew up in Orange Grove. Her father and her mother used to come there. The father was a DJ at that time, working with Firestone as a mechanic. And he used to come there and play for the society people. And we were next door. And so we used to watch. And after the gig, they would come to our house. At that time, I don't think she was born yet, though. Okay. Yeah, they would come and spend the night with my mom and my dad. And so I didn't know her for a while.
Okay. You can agree with me that the political dynamics have changed over the time, considering the time she was at the level of the Senate. How can you align the current realities with the vision of Madam Ja?
Right now, the political season is pretty hot, and we know that. But some of the things that Madam Ja has on her list to convince people, you got education, for example. Okay. You got infrastructure development. You got accountable leadership. You got transparency. You got resilience. You got human resource capacity development. You got international education exchange program, total woman empowerment and development. The list goes on and on and on. And these are things that we need right now. She wants to do advocacy for access to quality education, more colleges and universities, proper salaries and benefits to be provided to teachers and professors. The economic status must be uplifted. One of the biggest things for social that I see Madam Ja is going to be doing here is she wants to do an entertainment union that will provide construction of a movie theater in Magibie, which would be pretty strange because a lot of people here haven't even been in the real theater. They go to, how do you call this thing again? The movie place that they go to now? Those little
the video club.
Video club. That's what they know here. And Madam Ja, but above all, I say the women empowerment, the education, your youth empowerment. These are things that are going to make the big difference. And one of the biggest things also is the reconciliation in Magibie. Okay. We have Mr. McGill, we have Mr. Yapuya, we have Mr. Zeze, Bala Zeze. We got the rest of them, Vandela Patrick's and all of them, including Mr. Joshua Robertson. These are people who know that Magibie has been turned upside down. And one of the biggest things on her list is reconciliation. She intends to do that to unite Magibians, and then we can see our way forward. If you're on this side, I'm on this side, we're going to play a ball game. You're not going to be my friend for that day. We're going to play hard and we beat whoever, and then we move on, and then later on we'll become friends. So Madam Ja sees Magibie as a place where she's going to be able to bring them together, bring us together, and try to make us to know the difference between somebody else from over there and somebody from here. We are one people.
What are her chances in this election? Normally somebody told me the last time that when you leave the legislature to return, it's not easy. What are her chances?
Right now, I put it around 90%, which is a high number. And you're going to say, wow, but I put it around 90% because I've been on the field.
Is it scientific? Is it based on any survey?
It's based on going and meeting people individually, directly. We're not joking. On my phone,
You place her at 90?
I put her right now. We're almost there, right? I put her at 90% winning this election.
21 days to go.
21 days to go. I put her at 90% of winning this election. And I'm not joking.
Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at the variables.
Exactly. So I got some photographs here. I don't know if it would be feasible to show it here, but I want to let you know that Madam Ja, we have created. I am the chairman of the campaign.
Okay.
And I have put strategies into place where we have to do door to door to door. The Jehovah Witness tragedy. It is working so well. The calls that I'm getting, since I've been in Liberia, I have not received so many calls, Marka.
Okay.
The interest of the people. They're telling us we have had our president that we're going for, our presidential candidate that we're going for. We got the representative, but we don't have senator. People calling me, Mr. Lake, Pastor Lake, can you come to our community, please? Or if if you have somebody around here that can come to meet us, please let him come. And I'm not even trying to fabricate anything at all.
Okay.
This is reality. And the people, when they call, I don't allow a phone call to come through that I miss and I don't call back. I try so hard to do same. And that's one of the biggest respect you would give people who want to follow you. When you call them back, Marka, the people tend to say, thank you for calling me back. I appreciate this, because it's not very normal here. Sometimes you will give your phone number, your address, your this and everything, and the person will not even call you. And when you call them, they say, I didn't have unit. And that's beyond ridiculous. So my thing here is I'm going to use technology to my advantage. I also use texting.
Okay.
I communicate with our people through texting because it goes in seconds. And when they reply me, Marka, is always positive.
Okay.
I mean, 99% of the time is positive. Then they thank me for my ability to communicate, and which I know communication is power. So here we go. Madam Ja is a person with a heart. Over here, when they say big heart, it means something that has to do with negativity. You don't want to do what people tell you. Big heart on the other side means kindness.
Okay.
And maybe that's even part of one of the weaknesses, I would say. She's very kind. She's always helping. She's willing to help. She's looking for people who would identify with her so that we all can move forward. And we're getting them.
A lady among men, how difficult is it to run this campaign?
For whatever reason, she chose some good people to work along with her.
Okay. You are speaking as chair of the campaign.
I am.
Yes.
And I have actually built this team here along with Madam Ja that has promoted the idea about having a female to play an important role in elections here, thereby winning to go into the House of Representatives and House of Senate. One. If you look at the dynamics of Liberia, you will see that women have been held back. I try my best to empower women. If you look at the House of Representatives, you have 7 women, Marka, in the House of Representatives. If you look at the House of Senate, it used to be 5 when Madam Ja was there. Now it's only 2. 2 women. Imagine 2 women. Where their voices going to really reach? So I'm encouraging everybody who's supporting whatever female candidate. And I'm not saying if the person is doing well because he's a male, so you should remove him. That's not what I'm saying. If that person is doing well in your district or county, keep them. If the person is not, put the women there. A woman will not see her child over there suffering and turn her back. Some men will walk away even before the child is born. The woman will carry that baby in the stomach for 9 months, and we all are products of a woman. We need to push our women to the extent where they will look at themselves and say, wow, my father who's dead will be proud of me while he rolled around in his grave. God will be proud of me. Most especially people who are God-fearing like Madam Ja. We need to push these people, my brother. I have lied down in my bed and my wife is here. I have tried my best to make women to understand how important it is to back up a woman who's qualified. I'm not just talking about some woman who will be put there and make us shame.
Are you in any way disappointed in the reception you get from the people when you try to push women candidates?
Lots of the time, it resonates with them.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this is with the man at the backbone, right?
Yeah.
My wife is the backbone here. Yeah, I think this morning, I gave her the phone. I think yesterday morning, I gave her the phone and said, please talk to this lady who's not seen because of a little issue that she wasn't satisfied with. My wife got on the phone, spoke to her, change her mind like she has something like magic wine in her hand. You know, and it worked, Marka.
I just seen magic wine working.
They're working right here, right now. and so, Marka, I'm telling you the truth. These women are willing and waiting for people to go and just touch that button, and they would pop up and they would do much. Let me tell you something. A woman who's selling fish, for example, Madam Jai has this plan for her. If you're selling 2 boxes a week, Madam Jai is going to make it 4 boxes a week. That way you don't have to keep running to red light. When she gives you 4 and you know what you're doing there, it will increase and increase and increase. And that's the way you empower a person who's just selling fish. That will happen for a guy who has like what we call the Yana boy. And let me tell you this today. I am one of those campaign managers that are going to be a reminder for our candidate when she wins. I will remind her because they did not do it very well last time. If they had done it very well, people would have known a lot that Madam Jai has done. So I'm going to remind her, remember the place that you went last time? Remember those people I told you I spoke to? They are waiting for us, and we're going to touch those areas, Marka. You have to have a big heart. You have to have a heart of gold. If you don't have a heart of gold, then you need to rub shoulders with Madam Jai so she can give you a little bit of what she's got. And I'm not fabricating anything here. I'm not trying to even polish it or how do you call it? Embellish. I'm not trying to embellish anything here. This is the person we're talking about. A guy will next door, Marka, just a second, please. A guy will next door to her house. As a matter of fact, her gate is always open. People go there to get water all the time, on the time to go to bed, all through the day. This guy was very, very sick. The mother, the wife put him on her back. They're not far, two doors down. Put the man on her back, carried him to Madam Jai's place. Saw her husband and thought he was the senator. She said to him, "My husband dying. We need help." This is like walking through the door without anybody stopping you. Then he says, "Well, Clarice, your people here." Oh. She came outside, told them what she could do. The next time she saw the man, after she took care of the responsibilities, the next time she saw him, that man was walking. He had put on weight. He came to give her the biggest hug anybody could give a person who's done it good. So Madam Jai is the kind of person, it just catches her heart all the time to do good. And I'm not saying that people may not fall, because this election that passed, the 2014 election, you saw she fell. Because the big hands took Mr. Tonola, and we know in Margibi that Mr. Tonola has not even a stone that we can go to and say he put it there. And I'm not even exaggerating.
Well, what could hinder, as campaign chair, what are some of the challenges that could hinder your candidate from achieving a victory in these elections?
Oh, excellent.
Sincerely.
Question. Excellent question. You know, we can carry our weight, but everybody in Liberia that you interact with needs money. Marka, the country has gone down, but we will remain up so we can lift it up and carry this beautiful country of ours, this sweet land of liberty. Madam Jai will do what she can, but she can't do it all for individuals. That's the biggest holdback, but it's not going to make people not to vote for her. The way you in Liberia, I would say, the way you talk to me, it made me feel good. The way you talk to me, it made me feel bad. So that's what we do here. We talk to the people, we make them to understand there's no way one person, because in Liberia, they don't raise money for people. You got to raise your funds, and then you got to spend it on people that maybe may come with some story. And I'm not even talking about our Liberian people in that sense, but people can come sometimes, they fabricate stuff and they expect you to cater to them. So my thing is, I think that's a little bit of hindrance. We wish we would get more money. And if anybody willing out there to help, that would be wonderful. 0777-537-089. That'd be wonderful to help if you can.
That is interesting.
So here we go.
You just did that.
Yeah, if it could. So there we go, Marka. Okay. Anybody who's willing to help, that would be fine. But we are on the field. You said 21 days.
Yes.
We will be able to conquer this huge obstacle, and we will move forward. Madam Jai is doing quite well. The money's coming here and there. We are meeting the people. As a matter of fact, today we're supposed to go on a division to go and meet more people. The charcoal people on the division that Firestone trying to stop so vigorously. We are going to speak to some of them by God's grace today. And
So we're in the deep campaign. Tell us some of the plans, some of the upcoming activities. Have you done an official launch in the county?
Okay, so we are doing it on the 3rd.
Okay.
The 3rd will be in Kakata, Bunkmars Road. There's a place called Sergeant Bomostown,
okay,
where Madam Jack erected a playground when she was there. The most modern playground you can find in Liberia, in that area, in Kakata, let me say it that way, or in Magibi County.
Mm-hmm.
She erected that, and it's at the Compton University sub-college there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we're going to be having it, and it's going to be on the 3rd of October 2023. So everybody get ready. Get ready. We're going to tell you how we're going to make it for you to come there, and I believe it's going to be fantastic. So make it your business to be there.
What are some of the negative campaign or political propaganda that they are using, or your opponents are using, that you are trying to counter in the county?
All right. So the biggest thing they keep talking about is she's been there before.
Okay.
She was there before, and we took her out, and we had, I gave an analogy that tends to register with the people. And let me give it, Marka. If you had an important person in the family, person providing everything for you, and then some, the person gets sick and needs an operation, surgery. When you speak to the doctor says, I have 3 surgeons that you can pick from.
Mm-hmm.
The first one has been practicing for 1.5 years. The second one for 3 years. The next one for 15 years. Which one are you going to choose? And everybody chooses the last one because the experience will make you relax. It will make you comfortable. It will make you to understand that you are in good hands, or your family member is in good hands. And so you take it from there. So that's where I bring in Madam Jah. Madam Jah has a lot of experience. Besides that, she's very educated. This woman is educated enough to be a president of Liberia today. She is totally qualified. So if you bring her back now, not only that the situation in Liberia will start to fall into place in a better condition, Liberia will have a person who will start to work instantly. She knows the house. There may be some people there who may think that a woman can't do this, and she will show them that the woman is very qualified, able, and ready. So she will be hitting the ground running.
Mm.
So Marka, this picture here, I don't know if people can see it from here, but this picture here, this is Madam Jah. She's number 3 on the ballot. Number 3. She's the only woman that everybody's fighting. All 7 men. Imagine 7 men fighting one woman. But you got the Madam Jah has men behind her that are going to hold her up on that pedestal, and she's going to win.
She used to be very popular during the past administration when Madam Ellen was president. What are her current political alignments?
You know, right now, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf gives her blessings to Madam Jah. Our ex-president is not very, very young anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And
we don't expect to see her on a campaign trail.
No.
Okay.
No, I just put on right out. No, I don't. But she still dances very well. She still speaks clearly, very, very well, very articulate. You know, her brains hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there. And so other people say we don't want to hold hand up. That's a new thing now.
Mm-hmm.
We're not holding anybody's hand up, but Madam Jah has a lot of backup system.
Okay.
In the place. Yes, and she's doing very well.
Does she have any kind of cordial relationship with the sitting senator, Nukwe?
Yes, she does. She actually does, but Nukwe is one of those who's not going to lift up hands either. You know, she this is a very friendly woman. Nukwe says to her, this is good luck for you. Go for it. You know, Be what you are. Don't twist, don't turn, don't look left, don't look right, don't look left. I think that's the way the Bible says too. Keep strict. Keep your head up, and you will be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Nukwe is fine with her.
Let's see if we can pick few calls from the county and get their reaction.
Very well.
So if you're following us this morning, we have Reverend Melvin Lake here, the campaign chair for Madam Clarice Jar, who is running for Senate in Margibi County. Call us on 0770-202579. 0770-202579 is the number you can call to participate on the show this morning. This is the Truth Breakfast Show. Yes, you can call this morning to participate on 0770-202579. Let's take the first caller this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Michael A. Friedman. I'm calling from the county of Marka. And firstly, I want to say thank you, Marka, and thank you to the able campaign chair of the Open Door Policy woman, Madam Clarice Afaja. I call her Open Door Policy because you don't need any appointment to go and see her. Even in her yard, her yard is open to everybody, her water and her entire family. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank you so much for the level of for the level and manner in which you are articulating. Thank you so much. And Madam Ja, I wish you the best of luck, because I want to apologize and say sorry to you as a Markian. We made mistake for the past 9 years by removing you wrongly, and we all are seeing it and we are affected. So on behalf of Markibi County, I would like to say sorry to you. We are doing everything possible to have you re-elected, because among the 8 candidates, we believe you are the best. You are the most educated, and you've been there before. You are not going there to learn. But if anyone else goes there right now, you have to take something like 3 to 4 years before you get adjusted. But you've been there, you're going to start from the ground, and you've been there, and you know exactly what to do. You have been fighting for your people, and your aim is to unite the county and to put Liberia first. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for participation. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Eloshas Yakli. I do call you from the back row.
Where they call back row?
Oh, Commandant back row.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me say this to the chairman. All right, we understand all the educational background of Madam Ja. But let me be frank. If we seeking our country moving forward, I think there are need that they recycle politicians. Those that serve have not done anything. Those that serve that we have not gotten any result. There is a need that we change them. So I beg of you, let Madam Ja wait, and then they will find another person that will adequately represent our district. If you look at my regime, we have the worst set of lawmaker ever at the time they said. All the Google concession agreement was signed, all the laws today that are not even active. Under Madam Ja regime, we said that they public smoking, which is now a crime. But now that they all in the street because they are inactive. So there is a need that we change Madam Ja. I spoke with her once upon a time that indeed Madam Ja, you got to give all young people a chance.
Okay.
Thank you all so much.
Okay, you made a point. The chairman will respond to you adequately. 0770-202579 is the number you can still call to participate this morning. 0770-202579 is the number you can call. We have Chairman Reverend Melvin Lake here this morning. Let's see if we can pick this call. Yes, this one. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm actually MP from Magic Show 1.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. You live our Nigerian community one session. But I want to thank the studio girls this morning for the hard work, especially to Clarissa, former senator of Maggie County. Liberia is not an elephant meat. It's not where you go, you live there, you say anytime we'll go there and pick it up. We apologize to him and we highly applaud him for his good work to give all these degree words to us that Caribbean is good. Yeah, we always see and we see our hand work in Maggie. But that should give the other people chance.
Who they call other people? Anyway, let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to the studio as the chairman. My name is Fred Choma, and I joined this conversation morning from my District 2 resident in Marka County. I really appreciate the chairman and his political leader for being the only female who taking the trends in the top position. But here's my advice and recommendation. God are competent people that want to represent Marka people. The record shall play a part. I think she has served the country for about 2 years.
They have other people who are serving in parliaments around the world, some for 30 years, some 26, some 27 years. So I don't know.
Yeah, so here's the point now. Have you seen the nation once broken down and be rebuilt? No.
Of course, it's possible.
No, it is not possible. No nation has been brought down to actually be rebuilt.
But people else can get burned and build new one. So that. Okay, yes, let me just take the final call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Marka and I'm talking from Police Academy. I want to speak directly to the chairman. Chairman, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, I remember Marka is my mother from Marka County. I went to ask her, say, you know, I did the call told me. You use a roof on the side by roads and go in there. Then my hometown was phone there, saying I brought a phone there. No, as far as I ever reached to my town, it was only Malanjara reached to my people. I am on the train right now. I want to take this number. I want to talk with you personally after the show. Malanjara went to my people and gave us things. What generator for our village? Gave us things.
All right, thank you. Let me squeeze in the last person. Sorry. Yes, finally, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
And let me say good morning to the studio guest. My name is Bobby Johnson, and I joined a conversation this morning from my oral wrestling. You know, from the introductory ride of the Reverend, he said it clearly that he has been out of my duty for some time, and his wife have talked to him to return home, and he has started building a church that isn't, you know.
I'm not sure what I heard about building church anyway.
But this is my point. Honorable Karita and the rest of the full members of the Mighty Legislative Caucus have held account. During the time of Honorable Karita, he held the most divisive Mighty Legislative Caucus ever. Mighty held all of the hinges because of constitutions that got established and because of the poor performances of Honorable Karita. You know, they were voted out. I don't know what time.
You don't have the long time, oh. I'm just giving you a privilege, so just close up, please.
So let me say, Orokamita and other people are here that time. There are other goosebumps in my TV that people can visit and see how best they can be representation. And you have Angela Patrick and other people there. The people can look in between them.
Okay. The good thing is, I like how you ended. The people can look. Yeah. So, Chairman, you listened to some of the callers. Some of them said your candidates serve her time, so other people should have the opportunity. Someone gave an analogy that I didn't back, say if a country is broken, like it cannot be built. I mean, I didn't agree with that one. So yes, so you can respond to the callers.
Yes, Mr. Freeman, I'd like to say thank you and thank you very much. This is just one of those picture things there.
Yeah, just.
Yes, so I thank you, Mr. Freeman, for the support, and I know it's a coordinator that Madam Jai will do very, very well. You got here Mr. Yegley, I think his name is Mr. Yegley. Pardon me, please.
Okay, you want to use your second eye?
My second eye, even though I wrote it down.
Okay.
Okay, you from the back road, Congo Town.
So just in a bulk, can I respond to those who talk about, you know, people were there themselves and they should not come back?
Very well.
Yes, just respond to that.
So I just want you to understand, all of you who want to miss out on this fantastic individual who can move Liberia forward, Margibi especially. You know, when you talk about somebody being there first, there are so many people who run for re-election, and we know that. So many. Even Mr. Tupperware right now, Representative Tupperware is running for re-election. And look at the job he's done. That's why people are backing him. Even seditions, he's not a sedition anymore, but they're backing him. That's just an example.
And even the current senator, Senator Nugwe, made a comeback.
There you go. Senator Nugwe came back. You see? So if you start looking at things one way, you could lose out a whole bunch of stuff. This is Liberia that is so behind. We are talking about people who are going to jump in there and a person who's going to jump in there and start the engine and get going. If we don't understand that and we keep coming out with the same old song, you're speaking to the choir, my friend. You don't waste your time on that anymore. The people that you're talking about, these people getting into the House of Representatives, House of Senate, they're going to be looking for a whole year and a half, 2 years to be able to just catch up. Now you have somebody who's going to start from the very beginning, already knowing what to do, and that's Madam Clarice's job. Let me just give you a few things here that we're talking about. Look at Firestone. Firestone was like treating people like nothing. She went there with Madam Ellen Johnson sending her. She went there and she made Firestone to change houses. You got brand new houses in Firestone where, you talk about Vandela Patrick, he's living there in that area, I believe. Even Yapuya lives in that area. But my point is, she did that and she cleared out those whole houses and made things anew. Birth certificate for students that Firestone said, if you don't have a birth certificate, you cannot go to our school here. 20,000 of those children, Madam Jha went to the rescue and she got birth certificate for each and every one of them out of her pocket. Then Firestone came back again and said, if you're 18 years, you cannot go to school here. You're supposed to be in college or whatever it is, or other high school at least. Madam Jha went back there and had that one straightened out again. Madam Jha has done grading of roads. She sent so many people to school. What do you want? You want somebody who will do the work, not because you just want to make changes. That's not right. If you have a nice car and that car could be sold for $20,000, it was $30,000 before, you can still keep that car and be using that car. It's nice, still nice. And this is a great lady here, a person who knows what they want. They know what they want for Magibi County, and they know what to do for Magibi County. So I ask you all to vote Madam Jha, and you're going to see the difference when we get there.
She's number what on the ballot?
Number 3 on the ballot, the only woman, you can't miss her, and the most beautiful person on the ballot too.
Oni, are you there? Yes. Okay. Yes. So because we're out of time, maybe you can just use 30 seconds to say your parting comment.
She is number 3. If you remember your Christian in Liberia, remember the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's 3. He said if you broke this house down, we can build it in 3 days. In 3 days, he rose from the dead. 1, 2, 3. She's number 3. I want to let you all know. Thank you for calling. All of you who called, I want to let you know. Those who didn't call, those who are listening in different areas, I ask you to look at the situation in Liberia. Liberia is going through a very difficult time right now. We have to move our country forward. People who are educated, most especially the women we keep throwing in the back, let's bring them up front so they can do what they need to do to help us. Women have to be on that high seat also. And we can do it with the number of people in the House of Representatives and the House of Senate. Let's put Madam Jha there, not only because of that, but because she's qualified and able. Thank you so much for giving me the time.
Okay.
Thank you, though, Truth FM. Thank you very, very much, Marka. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Okay, so he's our last segment guest this morning. We're in Melvin Lake here, leaving us on this edition of the show. We hope to be here tomorrow again with another edition of the program. My name is Marka Davis. Oni Roberts has been here as well. We hope to be here tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening.
My favorite song.